Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and I live a whole food, plant-exclusive, sos-free, gluten-free lifestyle for health and well-being. And it literally, I swear, it literally gave me my life back. And it can help you improve yours too. So I wanted to bring you along with me as I show you how I make guacamole. And I was in the middle of making a big salad, so excuse the mess, but come on, let's do this together. So I have my salad sitting over here in the back. I'll just show you. And the best thing for me to have on it is avocado. And so I thought, well, let me make some guacamole. Who doesn't love that? I know I do. So I have some avocados here with these little stickers, and I'm gonna rinse them. You could use as many avocados as you want or have. You know, I like to use maybe 8 or whatever, but I'm decided to do a smaller batch, and so I'm gonna just pick the 2 ripest ones, and I'm gonna do 2. So let me put these aside. Now, why is it important to rinse your avocados since the skin, you know, we're not gonna eat the skin? Well, because if you cut into the skin, whatever's on the surface, I believe can go inside, and you know, a little rinse doesn't hurt anything or anyone. So here I go. I'm making a complete round circle. There is a gigantic pit in the middle of avocados, and then you just do this, and there you go. This is a perfectly ripe one. Ripe means that it gives a little bit. The skin is dark. I like to find them with this little piece connected because bacteria can get in there if the little nib is missing. And so I really look. See here, this one has it, and I try my best to get them with the nibs in place. And now I'm just going around again. See, there it just came out, which is fine because we're opening it. There you go. And so, so we're gonna go ahead and take this spoon and just scoop it out. Now you could cut it up if you want, like I do with mango, like, you know, don't do it on your hand, put it down. But I'm gonna be smashing it up, so I don't need to do that. But I just take a spoon and it just comes right out. Look at that. And I really wanna get every little bit. I love avocado and I've been eating a lot of it, so I'm okay to get it all. Now, one way that you can remove the pit, if it's ripe enough, is just push. Yep, you saw it here, folks. Just push. You don't need to use a knife, and you don't need to cut your hand off and have surgery or anything crazy like that. I have a relative, poor thing. She cut her hand really bad one time using a knife to get the pit out. And so I try, you know, I do it too. I am guilty, but I try to do it that way. The only time it doesn't really work is if it isn't ripe. But another way you could do it if it is not ripe is take a towel, like this one, kind of fold it in half, you know, and set it here so it doesn't roll, not under your hand, but just on the counter, and then stick the knife in and it should turn, it should connect, and you can get the pit out that way. I can show you that, or we could do the push one again. What do you think? We did just do the push one. All right, I'll show you. There we go. See? So you don't need to hurt yourself. And then we're just going to continue to do the same thing. We're going to scoop out the avocado, all this beautiful avocado. And I like to just get it all. And you don't need anything fancy, right? I'm just using a spoon. And again, here's that little nub thing that we like in place before purchasing. I really do like to get organic avocado. I can't always find it. And so if I don't, you know, I mean, that's okay. The skin is really thick. We just do the best we can. And the skin is thick, so it's not like I'm eating it. but I do like to let you know that sometimes I can have it and sometimes I don't. Now, I don't really do anything with these pits, but the skin, sometimes I put it in the sun. And because we are like in the desert, so it's really sunny, and I dry it out. You can put it in a dehydrator, and when it gets dried out, you can actually crinkle it and turn it into like a dust or a powder. It's really good nutrient that you can add into compost. And I wonder if you could put it directly into soil. I'm not sure about that, but definitely compost. And so let me put this aside. Now it's just mash, mash, mash. You can use a potato masher, you can use a fork, you can get your hands in there if you want. I'm not going to do that, although I tend to like to play in my food. But I'm going to just go ahead and mash this up really well. You can leave it a little chunky if you want, or you can make it more creamy. It's really a matter of your choice. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. Now, I personally prefer to put red onion, really tiny pieces of red onion, but I am out of red onion right now. So we are going to use the onion that you see chopped here, and I might not use all of that. We also have fresh garlic, which is right there, which I love. And then I'm going to chop up some of those tomatoes. And it's very, very simple and delicious. Now, the only thing I am out of that I would say is a pretty good thing to add is cilantro. Yes! If you like cilantro and you have some, put it in your avocados guacamole. It will love it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to take like, I don't know, half of that. And I think I'm just going to chop it up a little bit more. So, right, if you want it a little bit chunkier, you can leave it. Otherwise, you can chop, chop, chop a little bit more. There you go. All right. Now I'm just going to scoop that in there. It is not measured. I just eyed it. So if you like a lot, put a lot. If you don't like a lot, don't put a lot. This is about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. I mean, I love garlic. So if you're not a garlic lover, you can even leave it out and just put garlic powder in, or maybe just do 1 clove. But here's me. Regardless, that's what we did, and in it goes. Nice. So we have a little bit of this onion left. I'm just going to put it aside. I might just add it to the big salad that I have sitting behind me. All right, and so lemon. I have fresh lemon, I have bottled lemon, whatever. If you don't have lemon, use lime. Lime will work too. You just need some kind of acidic, whatever. I tend to like to use the whole lemon, but I don't have a way to grind it up, so I will just squeeze it. And I think what I'll do is also use the outside, which is the zest. So it's better if you have a whole one and you do the zest before you cut into it. I think the zest provides so much deliciousness. Now, I like to use the zest on lemons that are organic. So just consider that. If it's not organic, do you really want to eat the skin? And of course, wash them. Okay, this is my microplane. I love it. It's wonderful. And then I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze all this beautiful lemon, just to show you. And like I said, you can also use lemon juice, which I have, which maybe I'll use both, right? Why not? And I think a couple teaspoons. Let's see, I like lemon juice. So if you're not a big lemon person, try it before you add all of this. I'm just gonna mix this a little bit and just get the lemon kind of mixed in there. Now, sometimes what I do is I make a homemade salsa. And then what I can do is I make a big bowl of homemade salsa, and then I'll take a few spoonfuls and add it to chopped up guacamole, or chopped up avocado, I should say, and there you go, guacamole. But I didn't have any today. I'm gonna get a few. Oh, runaway tomato. I'm gonna get 4 tomatoes. Let me rinse them. And so now what I'm gonna do is just cut this and kind of chop it up as finely as I can. Now you could probably pulse all this in a machine if you want, like the NutriBullet, but you know, sometimes it's great, and sometimes if it's a small amount, I don't mind to do it by hand. So there I go. And then I'm just gonna chop it up, chop, chop, chop. And now don't forget, we are not gonna have our beautiful cilantro, which is the missing piece to this. But when you make it, go ahead and put cilantro in. If you don't like cilantro, then you can use fresh parsley. I have basil. I mean, I guess I could do that. I don't think I've ever added basil to guacamole. Sounds interesting. Guess I could try it. All right, here you go. Look at that. So, look I have this extra tomato, onion. I'm just gonna add it over here because I want my scraper scooper. All of that goes in. I want to try to get as much of the juice and seeds and everything because it gives it a wonderful flavor. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some pepper in. I don't ingest salt, so I would just leave it without salt. If salt is something that you want to add, you can certainly do that, but I think maybe I'll just add some garlic. No, you know what I'm going to add? That's right. Did I not put enough garlic in there? No, here's some more garlic. And you don't have to add this, but I am. As you see, I eyeball a lot of stuff, and it's just based on taste. So don't be afraid to just put a little here and there, taste it, and see how it goes and how it feels to you. And I can do some of this. This is a no salt seasoning. You don't have to add it. I'm adding it because I decided not to put salt in. And look at that. A beautiful homemade guacamole. You can dip things in it. You can throw it all over a salad and call it a dressing. Here you go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's taste a little bit of this. I am excited. Make sure that the flavors are good. It's very lemony. That's the way I like it. Adjust it to your own taste. And then the last thing I want to say is, you know, if you have a little bit of your avocado left over from your guacamole, if you have a little bit left over, put it in a smaller container or just put it all to one side. And then if you don't mind plastic wrap, take a little bit of plastic wrap. I think I have a piece here. And just go ahead. Let me move this over so you can see. Go ahead and push it up against the guacamole so that you get any air pockets out like this, and the chances of it browning significantly drop. If it does brown, when you're ready to eat it, you can take this off and you can literally skim a little bit of the top off, and it should look like this underneath. So I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me while I make some fresh guacamole. It's a simple, easy way. I hope you try it. Don't forget to eat your greens with it and give plants a chance, everyone. Take care. Thank you again. Bye-bye.